What's going on, guys? So today we are gonna make some Joe's Ancient Orange Mead, and there's a lot of recipes out there. I mean, there's a lot of videos on YouTube and stuff, but this is my first time trying it. It looks fairly easy, especially for a beginner. You don't have to rack it into secondary. You just wait it out and then bottle once the oranges have sank. So let's get started. Okay, so my 4-year-old professional cameraman is not with me today, therefore I'm going solo. So y'all bear with me. I'm gonna try to get it all in one video. Here we go. Before I say anything else, I'll say that everything has been sanitized. I've washed this orange thoroughly. I've washed my hands, the cutting board, the knife, the carboy has been sprayed down with Star Sand. And to start with the ingredients, I've got a gallon of spring water, cinnamon sticks, cloves, nutmeg, a little box of raisins, Fleischmann's active dry yeast for bread yeast, 1 large navel orange, and this equals 3.5 pounds of honey. This was from my stepdad in Groesbeck, Texas, raw and unfiltered, and then this is just some HEB bought for the last pound. So to start it off, I'm going to just go ahead. The good thing about the wide mouth gallon jar is I don't have to worry about a funnel or anything, and I can just pour it on in there. Sometimes you will have to preheat this honey to get it to run out real good, but this jar I intentionally left in my truck, and it was about 80 degrees today, therefore it's coming out pretty good and pretty smooth. And once I get some of that, I'll add a little water and shake it up and dump it back in there again. Okay, let's try that. By the way, if anyone watches this video the same day it comes out, happy St. Patrick's Day. I think I'm gonna drink a green beer after this is over with. Shake that up a little bit. Yeah, that ought to get it a lot better. Okay. All right. Okay. That's 2.5 pounds for a 1 quart jar, and this is a pound, giving us 3.5 pounds. And the purpose of using the bread yeast versus alternative yeast is that the bread yeast has a tolerance usually of about 12%. So 3.5 pounds of honey to a gallon can make a lot more than 12%. Therefore, it can go up to 12%, and everything after that is just sweet. So this won't need to be back sweetened or anything. And also the cool thing about this recipe, which I think I mentioned already, is that it doesn't need to be wrapped several times or any of the fruit to be removed. You just take care of it and call it good. And then once the fruit is sunk, you bottle it. 1 second. Okay. All right, so now I've got my 2.5 pounds of honey. Now I'm going to add 1 clove. And this is a brand new bottle, so pull that off. 1 clove. 1 clove. 1 cinnamon stick, a little pinch of nutmeg, give a little pinch. Good. Not too much. Okay. I guess I'll go ahead and chop up my orange. Usually if you're using the regular carboy, you're going to want to chop it up a little more finely, but I have the wide mouth fermenter, so I don't have to worry about that quite as much. So I'm just going to chop it however I feel like chopping it. And drop it in. Drop it in. Drop it in. Drop it in again. Drop it in again. Keep on going. Okay. Now, look at these raisins. They say a handful, they say 25. I say, doesn't really matter. Just get you a good little bit of them. And whatever I don't use, I'll probably eat. You know, I have a little bit left, but I'm just gonna call that good. Just gonna give them a rough chop. Down in there. Okay. All right, next I'm gonna add water and leave enough headspace where I can give this a really, really good shake and incorporate everything together, mainly the honey and the water, get that all diluted. So, get it going here. Get about there. And as I'm shaking this, and oxygen in the beginning of fermentation is good. The yeast needs oxygen to survive. Later on is when it becomes, hang on a second, becomes more of a problem. You want oxygen in the beginning is good. After fermentation, oxygen is bad, I guess is the general rule. Man, just shaky, shaky, shaky. Come on. All right, now that done, there's a lot of little foam action going on, and I think I'll dare to add just a little bit more water to it, but not much. I'm gonna leave a little headspace so if that fermentation really takes off, it'll give it room so the fruit and foam doesn't start coming out of my airlock. So here we go. I'm gonna go ahead now. That's all mixed together. I'm gonna go ahead and add my bread yeast. Here we go. Try to get it all around. Okay. And one more time, I'm gonna give it a little, just my finger over it, sanitize hands. I'm gonna give it a little swirl like that. That's gonna be it. Now I'm gonna add my airlock. I'm gonna take it, put it in a dark place, and in about 3 or 4 days, when the fermentation isn't acting crazy, I'll add a little more water to give me a little more volume to it. And then I'm just gonna set aside and leave for 2 or 3 months until all the fruit has fallen to the bottom and it's cleared. And then it'll be time to bottle. And yep. I think that's it. Happy St. Patrick's Day, and thank y'all.